Hello everyone, Dro here, and welcome back to the 8th episode, I guess, of the Redstone tutorial. And today we're gonna take a look at memory circuits. And first of all, I'm just gonna show you a few because they are quite simple but not very intuitive, and you can't really get to them through thinking logically. So I will only give you a task at the end of the episode, and yeah. So let's begin. First of all, you know that we can have levers and buttons, right? Excuse me. So buttons turn off after some time, and levers turn only off when we flick them again. So what we also know is that we can turn levers, or that we can make levers act like a button. They just give a pulse and then stay off. And we can also do that with a dual edge detector. Doesn't really matter how we interpret that. But is there a way to turn a button, or to make a button act like a lever? Or in other words, when we push a button, that it stays on, and when we push it again, it goes off. And what I've shown you last episode is that when we give a piston a very short pulse through a monostable circuit, then it will spit out its block. So what we can do now is just replace that block with a powered block and put an output there. And you see it does exactly what we want. So this is probably the most commonly used T-flipflop. There are some others, but they are quite complicated to build for the most part. So yeah. What we can use that for, you may remember with the XOR gate, we had levers on both sides of a door, and we can now replace them with buttons. And instead of an XOR gate, we can just build a T-flipflop. Pretty much the same setup as there, and this here's our monostable. This here is our monostable. And, well, you see we have a piston here and a piston here. So what we could do is something like this. And what happens now is very interesting. You can count in binary, which you sometimes need. Often you need it not, but often you don't need it. But well, that is just a very simple application for T-flipflops. So these are called T-flipflops. And T stands for toggle in that case, because it toggles the output. Now, another memory circuit is called the latch. So first of all, let's start with something we know again. This is a clock, right? But if we have only two torches, then, well, you see it's stable basically. And what we can do now is power the other block here, and you see it'll turn off. And then we can power this block again, and it will turn on, turn off. So this is also a memory cell. Very, very basic one. And this is called an RS NOR latch. RS because this input means, or this is a set input, it sets it, and this resets it. So a reset set latch, and NOR because, well, this right here is pretty much a NOR gate. You can also make NAND latches, but they are quite big. So what would be a very simple application for that? Well, on a server you may know the problem when you try to walk through an iron door and glitch out or lag out a bit, then you won't get through, you'll just walk against the door. So what you can do is hook that up to an RS NOR latch, and it stays open until you walk on through onto the other side. And you can walk through like this very easily as well. So yeah, this is a very, very simple application for the RS NOR latch. Of course, you need it in really many bigger circuits. So let's go on to our home assignment. So what this is a D-Flipflop, which stands for data or delay. And what we can do is we can set it and reset it, but you see the output doesn't change, because the output only changes when we press this read button right here. And then we can reset it, and you see it stays on. Then we can read again, and it will go off. So this is the first thing I want you to build, a D-Flipflop. And the second thing, if you really want to, because this is quite complicated, this is called a jump kill flip-flop. And it's pretty much like a combination of the T and the D flip-flop. And it works as follows. So when we have one of these inputs here activated, exactly one, then it'll read this input. If none are on and we press the button, then nothing happens. And if both are on, it acts like a T-flipflop. So if you want to, then build that. It's quite complicated, and I have never used it, and I can't imagine what it could be used for. So yeah, if you want, then build that. If not, then only the D-flipflop. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been Ro, and I'll see you in the next episode.